guys, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel, and today I am super excited because we're doing an empties video. Yeah, these are really one of my favorite videos to film. I just get so excited when I empty a product and I just put it away in my little basket waiting for the day when I have enough products to share with you guys. And it's really just one of the best ways for me to share my final thoughts on a product, right? Like, was it good to the last drop? And I know you guys really enjoy them too. So what are we waiting for? Like, let's get this video started. Give it a big thumbs up. Let's play that intro and let's get on with it. Purito From Green Cleansing Oil. Now, I really like this cleanser. I definitely recommend this. It works really well. But I kind of keep thinking in my mind, like, this is exactly what you expect an oil cleanser to be. Like, there's nothing really standout special about it except for the fact that it just works so well, right? So it's a medium weight kind of oil. It spreads really nicely across the skin. It breaks down makeup and sunscreen really well without lots of like rubbing and tugging, which is so appreciated. And it washes away cleanly. Super simple ingredients list as well. Really minimal product and absolutely no fragrances in here. I mean, what more can you say, right? It gets the job done. It's really pleasant to use. And yeah, real solid product from Purito. Now there is a cleansing oil. You know, I don't think cleansing oils are like that spectacular, but there is one that really stands out in my mind, and I happen to have emptied it as well. This is the Isntree Micellar Melting Cleansing Oil. If you'll ever hear me raving about a cleansing oil, it's probably gonna be this one. And what stands out unique among all the cleansing oils out there that I've tried with this particular one is the texture, because it's so light. It's really fluidy. It just spreads like a dream across the skin. And yet for being so lightweight and thin and all of that, it's powerful. It gets in there. It gets the job done. It removes makeup and sunscreen. I mean, they call it a melting oil, and it does. It like melts down through all those layers really effectively, washes away so cleanly, and just the texture and the lightness of it. It's such a pleasurable feeling on the skin. So let's move on to second cleansers, and this is a real Kelly classic. Like, this is what I always recommend. It's the Heimish All Clean Green Foam. Oh yeah, I love this one. So good. You know, I have a checklist for my cleansers. It's got to be low pH, check. This is 5.5. Fragrance-free, essential oil-free, drying alcohol-free, check. And it has to be a cleanser that doesn't leave my skin feeling really dry or stripped after using it, and check. This is very gentle and respectful to my skin. And bonus, this is super affordable. I mean, this retails around $12. Really affordable. This bottle lasted me a really long time, so a good amount, a good price with a great, you know, ingredients list and just really good performance overall. Texture wise, it's interesting because it's like a thick gel, or almost like a jelly, balmy jelly type of texture. Hard to explain, but I do find it a little bit different, but it feels really great and refreshing on the skin without a stripped feeling. And for me, you know, the discovery of this really feels like that replacement in my mind for the COSRX low pH Good Morning Cleanser. I used that for so many years before it ended up not being great for my skin anymore, but I used it for so many years, and really what the biggest thing for me with that one is that it was super affordable. You could go through tube after tube without feeling bad about it. And that's kind of how this feels to me. It's that super affordable staple product, and yeah, it just really performs super good for me. Ooh, I got some more for you. So this is a new favorite cleanser. This is the Rovectin Skin Essentials Conditioning Cleanser, and I've been a really big fan of this since I started using it in the summertime, and this has really been my like main cleanser I've been reaching for a lot in the last couple of months. You know this, I've talked about it a lot. I mean, this really hits that checklist. Low pH, no fragrances, no drying alcohols, and no stripped or drying feeling. Like, it really does hit the mark. It you know, washes away really cleanly. It's got a pleasant, really runny gel type texture, especially if you like a gel type of cleanser rather than like the thicker jelly balmy kind of texture. This could be right up your alley. I think it's great overall. It's a hard-working cleanser, really straightforward, but there's one thing I want to say about this, and this is really where like empty reviews are so crucial, because I think that this could This could really benefit from better packaging in my opinion because it's the pump. I went through this bottle a lot faster than I feel like I should have. There's actually more in this bottle than I think there is in the Heimish, and yet I emptied this so quickly, and I think it's the pump because when you pump it, because it's such a liquidy gel, it actually takes out more cleanser than you really need for your whole face. Like you could cover your face and neck and chest, I think, with one pump of this. And so I actually just ended up, I think, wasting some product and just using too much when I did use it. So I think this could benefit from a pump that just squirts out a little bit less. It's just my opinion, something I thought of, but I do feel like this emptied a little bit sooner than I needed it to, but I do have a backup. You know I love it, so it's not that big of a deal, but yeah, that would be one crucial thing about this one. Maybe just do like a half a pump. I am so incredibly pleased to announce, so excited, I emptied the Klairs Daily Skin Hydrating Water. What? Yes. This is 500 milliliter toner. Huge. This is like 3 toners in one. And this is interesting. You know, this is a product when I first put it into its first testing phase so that I could share my thoughts on it around the time that it was first released. This is a product that I said was average. It was okay. It wasn't super hydrating for my skin. It didn't wow me, and it was just like it was just not my favorite product from Klairs. That has not really changed, but I will say that I did end up enjoying this product a lot. You know, when I tested it out the first time, it was in the winter, like at the end of winter time, and it definitely was not hydrating enough for my skin. It's a very thin textured, very watery, I mean, they call it a hydrating water, and I think that that's a really apt name for it, but it just really wasn't enough. My skin needs a lot in the winter time, and just this did not perform for that season. I actually brought it back out in the summertime, and I really did feel like the benefits of this toner opened up a little bit for me in the summer when my skin's a lot more combination and it's just a lot less needy. I can get away with much lighter layers in the summertime. And so this ended up being the toner that I was just using almost all summer, and my skin liked it. Was it super hydrating or really impressive or wow like the Keep Cool? No, it wasn't. But I honestly can see myself using this again in the warmer temperatures. No Empties video is complete without an empty of Keep Cool Unsoothed Bamboo Toner. Will you focus? There you go. Yeah, it's empty. Are you surprised? I know you're not surprised. Of course, it's like it's not an Empties video without one of these in it, right? What more do I need to say? It's my #1 toner. I love it. My skin, I just dropped it. It's the right match for my skin. What more to say? Okay, so next up is not an empty. It's actually a purge. And this is actually the first time I think I've shared a product like this in an Empties video. And that is the Benton Fermentation Essence. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of this. It's not empty, but I am going to empty the bottle and recycle it because it's just been open way too long and I can't empty it. You know what I mean? Not only is this product actually expired, but it's also way past the open date. Yes, those are two different things. So on your bottles, you'll see expiration dates, and that really applies when the skincare is not open, right? But once you open it, then you have a different kind of deadline to finish that up. It depends on the product, particularly with Benton products, because they don't use like traditional preservatives. They have a shorter shelf life from being open. So you want to use your Benton products like 6 months, maybe 9 months after opening. And with more traditionally preserved products, you can get a little closer to a year, but you don't want to go over that, right? And of course, if your product changes scent, texture, or color, you got to get rid of it. Something's not right there, right? So anyways, this is both. This has been open way too long, and it's actually expired as well. So if you guys remember when I was sharing like my fall skincare basket, and I'll do a winter update soon, definitely. But when I was sharing my fall basket, you know, I was like saying I had all these propolis serums in my basket because I was like propolis crazy. Yeah, that has not changed. I'm still propolis crazy, but of course I've got some propolis empties for you. So first up is the by Wishtrend Polyphenols in Propolis 15% Ampoule. Another bottle bites the dust. Another one emptied and another one in backup. I am really basically at the point where I just kind of have to have this on hand because this performs so well for my skin. This is the product that I reach for when I get breakouts. It really calms my skin down so quickly. It really speeds the pimples up and gets them to heal a lot faster. Love the texture of this. It's not For being a propolis serum, it's not super like thick. You know, propolis can get real thick on the skin, real moisturizing. This is a really balanced, lighter textured propolis serum, and it's just got some great, really fantastic anti-inflammation benefits for the skin, but still super gentle. I really just cannot recommend it enough. And I emptied the COSRX Propolis Light Ampoule. I really like this as well, but this is a much more traditional propolis texture, as I mentioned, a little bit thicker in texture, a little bit more body yaddy to it. I think it actually still feels really nice on the skin. It's not greasy, it's not sticky, it's got really good absorbency, but it definitely fills your skin with a lot more balancing moisture. It's got a little bit more heft to it and really plumps your skin up. This is, I mean, I kind of almost want to call this a basic propolis serum, but I actually love that. So that's not a diss at all. But this is definitely the more straightforward propolis serum in my collection. I really do enjoy it. I actually have another one already. The funny story is, so I bought this one like right when the pandemic started, I think, and because I really wanted to test it out and try it out, and I really enjoyed it. And then I started using it again because I was like, okay, we're getting close to where I need to start to empty this, right? And I just was about to empty it, and I got a DM from COSRX on Instagram. They're like, hey, do you want to try some propolis products? And I was like, yes, I do. So they actually ended up like restocking me with the same propolis ampoule, which I'm super grateful for because I really do enjoy this product. So it's just funny, like when one goes, you're like, I gotta finish this. You finish it, and they're like, oh, actually, I'll just take another COSRX serum, thanks. So Stratia Liquid Gold, another one, bites the dust as well. You know, I use this absolutely every single day. Usually, not all the time, but usually morning and night, I just do 1 pump each. So these bottles, when I use it like 2 pumps a day, right? This actually lasts me 6 months, about 6 months. So it's a really good value. It lasts a really long time. You know, I can't rave about it enough. I'm not going to bore you to tears with it. Speaking of Stratia, another kind of classic product that I always have on hand from them is their Fortify oil. And I've got the old school label here. They stopped using these types of labels, and they went over to the silk screening like what they have on this empty, like it's just directly on the bottle. So the last old school label is here, and I just love this facial oil blend. My skin drinks this up. I mean, it is jam-packed full of oils with high fatty acid contents, and my skin, I think, just really, really benefits from adding that into my routine. Absolutely love this. So, so good. Always have it on hand. I also emptied from Stratia a little mini of their Soft Touch AHA. You know I don't like AHA for my face. I hate it for my face. My face is like, no, not happening. I don't talk about this that often, but I actually put lots of AHA type products on my body, and it works amazingly. I get little bumps on the top of my arms, little whiteheads on the top of my arms, and I do get back knee as well. And you know I'm very prone to hyperpigmentation, so if I get an inflamed acne back there, it's gonna get a dark spot, and it's just no good for summertime, right? Like, I mean, I can cover up now, it's winter, but come summertime, you know, I don't want to have like lots of hyperpigmentation. And AHA really works on my skin for both situations. It helps take the little bumpies away. It helps keep all the dead skin cells from really building up on my back. So regular use of AHA actually cuts down my back knee. And because AHA has brightening properties, it helps with the hyperpigmentation as well. So it just works all around. My face skin is just way too sensitive for it. I believe they use mandelic acid. I want to say it's 10%, but I cannot remember at this point in time. But it works like a dream. It's a really nice product, and yeah, my skin responded super well to it. So speaking of exfoliation, you know I don't talk about it that often, and there's a couple of reasons for that. Now, if you rewind a couple of years ago, a big reason why I don't talk about a lot of exfoliation is because I just kind of stopped doing it for a long time because of all my moisture barrier issues and then all the irritation I was having with essential oils and stuff. And so it's just a natural thing for me to pause all types of active ingredients that exfoliate the skin like that when I'm going through, you know, skin woes, right? Then I actually started up on tretinoin, and that is just like, I can't do anything else. My skin can only handle one at a time, and since that actually covers all my needs, that's just what I'm going to be doing, right? Like, it just, keep it simple for yourself, and that's just what works for me. However, I do have an exfoliating product here that actually made its way into my skincare routine in between those two events, and that is the by Wishtrend Acid Duo Hibiscus 63 cream. I have talked about this before. I highly recommend this for sensitive skin. This is actually a gel moisturizer, but I need a thicker moisturizer. I actually use this under another moisturizer with no problems whatsoever because it's a very light, hydrating, humectant gel type of texture. It's actually very pleasing if you like that type of moisturizer. This is a real excellent type of light moisturizer. But this actually uses two different types of exfoliants, LHA and PHA. And these are gentler versions of AHA and BHA essentially. So not only do they exfoliate inside of the pore, but it also exfoliates and resurfaces the top surface of your skin. So 2 for 1, and you got a healthy dose of brightening with those as well, but just in a much gentler format. And my skin really responded excellently to this. All right, so earlier in the fall, I actually switched out my moisturizer. You know, I am so committed to Illumine. It works so well for my skin. I absolutely love it. I recommend it. I rave about it. It's great. However, my tube actually is like, this is the weird thing. I'm a hoarder. I'm just so weird. When a product that I really like gets really low, I stop using it. Unless I know for sure I've got a backup ready to go, I stop using it. And with Illumine, I was like, oh, I gotta reorder because it's getting really low. But then I was like, no, you know what? You have so many really excellent moisturizers that you enjoy. Why don't you just focus on emptying those instead of spending money on Illumine? You've got so much here. You've got so much abundance here, right? Don't worry about that, about the Illumine. Let's just see how these other moisturizers perform for you. And so that's what I've been doing. And one that I ended up really falling in love with is the COSRX Moisture Power Enriched Cream. Wow, I love this. Like ceramides, cholesterol, fatty acids. Yes, I think there's some propolis in here too. Oh, ooh, yeah, I don't know why I was doing that, but that's how I feel about this cream. I really like it. This is, yeah, it's everything in the moisturizer that I like. All the ingredients that are really barrier supportive. It's got a really nice medium weight texture, the right amount of occlusivity that doesn't seal my skin up but still fights dehydration, a really good amount of nourishment and moisture for my skin, but the texture is actually pretty interesting because not only is it nourishing and moisturizing, but it actually has some hydration to it. Like it actually feels like it like plumps my skin up. It's got a little humectant feel to it, which is really interesting for this type of cream. It's really kind of like the best of both worlds. I really enjoyed this. It makes my skin so silky, so plump, so soft, so protected, so comforted, so moisturized. What more do I need to say? All right, sunscreen. You know, I'll go through them really fast, and one that has really, like, this is the first tube I've had of this product, and it's made a big impression on me. It's made it into favorites videos already, and I know that the love for this is going to run even deeper as the temperatures outside get even colder, and that is the Hygge or Hyggee Relief Sun Moisturizer. Yeah, I love this stuff. You guys know I'm like a big fan of this. This has been a really good sunscreen discovery for me this year. Now, I bought this tube. This is my first tube. I bought this back in July, I think, or June or July, like real early in the summer. And that was kind of dumb. The reason I say that is because the texture is really, it's a lot thicker than what we're used to. You know, we usually like lighter type sunscreens. We're used to that in K-beauty. This actually has a little bit more heft to it. It's a little bit more medium weight. It's more creamy, because this is specifically made to be a sunscreen and a moisturizer in one. This is like a 2-in-1 type of product. You don't have to use it that way, but you certainly can use it that way. So that's why the texture is a little bit thicker. Anyways, so it was just a little too thick for the summertime. I still loved it back then. I still used it then, but I do concede that it wasn't the best time. I know that the love for this is going to develop even deeper as we get colder outside, because that thicker texture, it just feels so comforting on my skin. It's just that little extra added layer of protection along with the sun protection, right? Just that little extra layer of moisture. I do use this over my moisturizer, by the way. So yeah, I really love it. As far as sunscreen Deets go, SPF 50, PA++, chemical sunscreen, Tinosorb S and Uvinyl A Plus, if I'm remembering correctly. So that's the Deets on this one. Totally fragrance-free, essential oil-free, drying alcohol-free. This actually used to contain essential oils. It was recently reformulated, so no worries on that anymore. So another sunscreen that I emptied is the Krave, the Beet Shield. I believe this also uses Tinosorb S and Uvinyl A Plus. As you guys remember, when I tested this out earlier in the year, it didn't work for me. I love the texture. It's really light, it's airy, it's got great absorbency, no white cast, no weird pilling, really easy to apply, great sunscreen all around, but it does contain alcohol, and that does not work for my skin. So how the heck did I empty this? I used it on my neck and my chest. Yep, I don't like to waste things. I'm like, it's killing me that I'm emptying that Benton right now, right? But like, you know, you don't want to put expired products on yourself, right? So I use this up on my neck and chest, which really don't react to drying alcohol the way that my face does. So I was able to get really great protection from the sunscreen and use it up and make sure my investment went the long way with it. So yeah, I didn't have to waste it. Pimple patches, I go through those pretty quickly. I just have one here for you. It's the COSRX Acne Pimple Master Patch. Really classic, super affordable, gets the job done. I mean, they're pimple patches, what more can you say, right? The Laneige Glowy Lip Balm. This is really, it's not exactly the same, but this is pretty dead close to the sleeping mask. A little different texture, a little shinier finish, right? So it's a little bit more for the daytime, if you will, with a couple of different flavors or scents or whatever, right? I really like these actually a lot, and they're a lot more portable than the lip mask, which you know I use morning, noon, and night. I've got one all over the house, but I love these like for my purse and stuff. The Lador Perfect Fill Up Hair Ampoule. I swear by these. I've been using these like legit. I think I've been using this since 2016. Like I've gone through a lot of these. I really swear by this for my hair. It's a really good special like deep treatment for your hair. So the way it works, and I talked about this in my Asian hair care video. This little ampoule, empty it out into another container, fill this bottle up with water in a 1-to-1 ratio, and then empty that out into the container, mix it up, and then you've got this deep conditioning treatment. So use it in place of your conditioner after shampooing. Leave it on your hair like 25 minutes and then rinse it out. And it just really infuses your hair with lots of keratin. It's very strengthening, it's very smoothing. It makes your hair a lot softer, more manageable, stronger. It really seems like it smooths down like frizzy ends and things like that. Just makes your hair just look great, look super shiny and healthy. Like if you like to wear your hair straight, this makes straight hair look so healthy. So I think it was in September or maybe it was August when in my favorites video I talked about floss. And you're like, why is Kelly talking about floss? Like, because I swear by this Cocofloss. Like this stuff is so good. And yeah, this is 4 different Cocoflosses that I've emptied. Okay, so as a lot of you guys have noticed, I am using Invisalign. I am straightening my teeth as we speak. And going through the orthodontic process, you definitely become really obsessed with dental hygiene. And you do, because your teeth are always kind of moving and doing different things, you really do need to be flossing all the time, like all the time, especially when you use Invisalign, because you're putting basically a plastic cover over your teeth. So if there's little food particles stuck in between your teeth and then you're capping it off with this plastic, like hello bacteria, hello cavities, right? So I've gotten super obsessed with flossing and I just really like these. They're kind of bougie, they're kind of expensive, like they sell them at Sephora. It is fancy floss. It is not necessary, but if you're somebody who's really into flossing, this could be beneficial because it's a woven floss, so it's not like the plasticky kind of floss. It's woven, so it's a little bit thicker, and it's almost like it's got a sticky, like it doesn't feel sticky on your fingers, but it's almost like it grips in between your teeth. So if it encounters like a little tiny food particle, it just pulls it out. Unlike traditional floss, which doesn't do that, you really got to hit it at the right angles in order to get a real deep in between your teeth clean. And so that's why I like these, because they pick up so much more than my old like normal floss from the drugstore did. Oh, we're getting towards the end here. I've got some body care for you. Yeah, Cerave Moisturizing Cream. You guys know I love this stuff for face, for body. I love it. Hands. This is like one of those tried and true drugstore products that like this will just always serve you. You know what I mean? Like it just works. It's handy. It's fairly affordable. It's always available. And another moisturizer that I really like for my body is the Derma B Mild Moisture Body Cream. Now this is actually, Derma B is a Korean brand. Their parent company is called Neopharm, and they have other brands like Adopalm, that's where the mix-up came from, Adopalm, Real Barrier, and Zeroid. And I found a Neopharm official selling on Amazon. So I was like, yes, I love this. And Derma B is something I've wanted to try for a while. So I really enjoy this. Now they use MLE technology, which is essentially a patented sort of pseudo mix of ceramized cholesterol fatty acids. This is really the easiest way to think about it. So it's incredibly supportive for your moisture barrier, which I love that in my body, my face creams, all of that. I mean, this is pretty specifically for your body, but it's got a really nice rich texture to it. It's very protective, good absorbency, non-greasy, non-sticky, you know what I mean? Like it's just, it performs really nicely for a body cream, and it kept my skin, which is my body skin, super dry, like not like my face, like which can get oily. No, super dry. So this like keeps the ashiness at bay. It works really nicely. Ooh, I always have this like sense of accomplishment when I finish a empties video, because not only have I been collecting all of this up for like the last couple of months, but it is a real epic reviewing process going through everything. So I feel so accomplished. I'm gonna like recycle all these, and it's gonna feel really great. So I can't wait to start collecting more empties for you guys. I am curious to know if you've emptied anything recently, and like, did you like it or not? Or like, what's your opinion? Let me know in the comment box below. If you love the video, but for some reason you're not subscribed to my channel and you made it this far in the video, I think we like each other enough. Maybe you could hit subscribe. I do release 2 skincare focused videos every single week, and make sure to turn on notifications so you don't miss when those new videos are posted. I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. You know I am hoping you are healthy, happy, and safe wherever you are in the world. Be kind to yourself and to others, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.